welcome you. This is our spring concert already. How did we get to May 17th and the end of another school year? I'm Melanie Loy, and it's my privilege to direct the high school orchestra students. Before you are the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade students I've had the privilege of directing the last years, and these seniors, the 4 years of their career here at high school. And so tonight, to start our program, I want you to give a warm welcome to our 16 seniors that are playing for you this evening. We're going to begin our program, and they are going to play themes from the Bulldog. so privileged to have just such a balanced group of violinists, violists, and 6 cellists, that are seniors and everything. So we wish you all the best. We'll be acknowledging you later in the program and with your awards and things that you will receive tonight. So congrats to the seniors. Give them a round of applause one more time. I'm losing track a little bit, but Varsity Strings May, we started maybe 6 years ago, Ms. Johnson. Are we in our 6th year? Varsity Strings and Varsity Choir was created when we had, a growing number of students in our choral and orchestra program. So Varsity Strings before you is generally made up of freshmen, sophomores, and some juniors. And then WHS Orchestra is tending to be then upperclassmen and things as we grow. And the same for Ms. Johnston with the choral, Varsity Choir and Concert Choir. So it's really wonderful to work with the students now in different levels and everything. And I'm very proud of the Varsity Strings before you. It's been my pleasure to work with them, and the pieces we selected tonight that I selected and encouraged them that this is a good idea, right? And we would put a medley together. So Edelweiss, these are movie and Broadway favorites we're going to play for you next. Edelweiss is from The Sound of Music, Beauty and the Beast, of course, from Beauty and the Beast, and then Circle of Life from Lion King. So before you, you'll see that rose from Beauty and the Beast, and maybe some African animals that are appearing among the music stands. We just kind of had fun adding those things for props tonight. So we're going to put a complete medley of 3 tunes together for you tonight. Enjoy the Broadway and movie favorites that are from Sound of Music, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King. You know, the gym isn't a bad thing. We love a concert hall, but to perform at Memorial Auditorium is a special treat, but we would be able to do some combined things on the stage, you know, because of the size of our groups for band and choir and orchestra oftentimes. So we appreciate having the sound shells. That has really helped with the addition of a new set of sound shells to be able to kind of have a closed-in space, you know, for us to hear and stay together better than the gym. And then I love that we can stay set and move from one piece to the next. Worthington High School Orchestra, as I said, a freshman, 2 freshmen in this group, and then sophomore, junior, and senior classes. We're going to combine the next 2 numbers too for you, kind of our own little medley. Palladio, you may know it from the Diamond commercial. I don't know, Hillsborough Diamonds or something long ago, but I don't know. We watch so many things in different ways with the internet nowadays. Those are kind of old commercials, but I kind of recognize it as that melody from the Diamond commercial. Palladio by Carl Jenkins is a classical piece, and then we're going to combine it with Good For You, a very contemporary, fast-moving piece. Thank you for your presence with us this evening, and we hope you will enjoy it. it's fun to tell them good for you after that song. We're going to combine our next two into a Mexican folk selection feature and La Valentina. Some of my girls had a request at solo ensemble time to play La Valentina, and I said it doesn't really fit the requirements for a piece that is more classical and rated for the solo ensemble contest time. I said, but let's get it for the spring concert. So enjoy La Valentina and Viva la Vida. Thank you so much. These pieces need no introduction. They're famous tunes from the past. Flashback tonight. Maybe showing my era. And so great to have you. I love working with these kids this year. High school orchestra, WHS Orchestra is going to finish with their part of the program with the Beach Boys medley. varsity strings to stare today. This is your time to stand and be acknowledged. Come on, stand up, please. Thank you. Good job to you. It's a little stretch. The program, I was moving along so quickly, and then it's like, what did I forget? Everything's moved so fast now. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Mr. Thompson for sharing such a great drummer with me. Will you congratulate Ryan Phelps on the awesome job he does on FAFSA? I couldn't believe last year when I had an 8th grader asking me if he could play drums with the high school orchestra, and I said sure. And so he's an in, and I love having Ryan join us, so thank you. This is a time now, I can't believe we're at the end here now already, that we will settle back to just move through several things that I want to acknowledge the students for their work this year, and then to award our seniors with some recognition and awards that they have earned, and all of them are award winners, but thank you so much. We're going to unveil this flag. Thank you for Mr. Paulson and Ms. Ruxtalis being here. Morgan Ruxtalis is a wonderful violist that I play in Worthington Area Symphony Orchestra with, and also she is at the intermediate school teaching general music and then the 5th grade orchestra. So I appreciate Morgan so much and all that she does for training students in orchestra. Will you thank her for me? And 8 years ago, we were looking for an orchestra teacher, and about in August, we couldn't find one, and it was like getting a little interesting to think that we're going to have an orchestra teacher. And then we met Zach Paulson, and he's stayed with us all these years. He has kind of gotten a thing for strings, and kind of the band guy that he was, I think we've converted him. So will you congratulate and thank Zach Paulson for all the wonderful work he does at Worthington Middle School, teaching our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, which you all have benefited from. His parents are in the audience tonight from Montana. Will you wave, Mom and Dad? Wave, Mom and Dad. There they are. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Paulson. Thanks for coming. They've been taking in a lot of music here in Worthington the last couple of weeks. Was Zach's concert last Friday night and tonight, the high school. Okay, I want to start, oh dear, Melanie. The solo ensemble medals and certificates for students were earned at Mankato State University. And we had a recital here on Monday, March 11th. So all of these students played something. It's a little difficult to manage that, but it's my goal to have them all experience something different than their large group pieces. And so they get assigned what they choose for a solo or duet or trio or quartet or quintet or some other unusual ensemble that they'll come up with. And I'm thinking the merry-go-round of life right now. And anyway, if they didn't have a choice or something, I put them in a solo group, like a violin section group, or a viola section group, or a cello section group, or basses were kind of occupied in ensembles. So I love that time where we work February to March, and on Monday, March 11th, they all played their pieces. If they chose to go on to contest, they went to Mankato State with Miss Johnson, took vocal students, and sometimes we have band students go, and then I make it that kind of special time for orchestra because the marching band's so busy in the fall. It's kind of our time to kind of go to contest and do those things. So tonight, those students, everybody played, but then some went to Mankato State. Will you come up as we call your name, and I want to acknowledge those that played at Mankato State and received this recognition. Isabella Kwame from Varsity Strings. She played a viola solo, getting a superior certificate and medal, having a 38 out of 40 points. Muthawa, another freshman from the WHS Orchestra, played a violin solo at at Mankato State, and he earned an excellence certificate, 34 out of 40 points for Muga's first solo. Oh, I'm so sorry. Ayana Leovan from WHS Orchestra, violin solo, earning a superior certificate and medal of 37 out of 40 on her solo. Friendly Paws played in the string quintet, and the quintet earned an excellent, and they had a 33 out of 40 points. Dana was also in that string quintet. Dana, will you please come? And there's an excellent certificate for you. 33 out of 40 points. Susanna Shui on string bass was part of that string quintet. Excellent certificate, 33 out of 40 points. Come, Susanna. KA2 on cello played in that string quintet, earning an excellent certificate. She also played a string duet with A. Curry, violoncello, and they earned a superior certificate and a medal with 38 out of 40 points. KA2. And finally, A. Curry. A. Curry was in that string quintet, earning an excellent certificate. She played that violoncello duet with KA2. They earned a superior certificate and medal, 38 out of 40 points. Her violin solo, she played the Bach A minor, a very involved solo, and she earned a superior certificate and medal of 37 out of 40 points on her violin solo. Now, Mr. Paulson and Ms. Rickstalis witnessed this event. This was the most interesting thing ever. We were invited to attend a string fest in Marshall. And we were so excited that the St. Paul Conservatory reached out to us through a grant, and they invited us to come to Marshall. This is the first time this was going to happen. By March 1st, we had students signing up, and we submitted their names to attend this festival. We were hoping for music pretty soon so we could get started on the work. It took till about April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. It was a month. It was a month. The festival was April 27th. By the time we got the music, it was about 3 weeks to learn it. It was all state level music. The cellos were in tenor clef. It was like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? And Mr. Paulson, Ms. Rickstalis and I, we were all consoling them on the bus going up, just do the best you can. And we're going to go for the learning experience. And what happened at Marshall was their conductor for their symphony, Dan Ripple, he had his orchestra, the adults, play. They were mentored by the Southwest Minnesota State Orchestra. So it was a side-by-side experience for the 10 students. Mr. Paulson had middle school students come that were playing together with my 10 high school students. So I thought for all the work that these 10 students did, I wanted to give them a medal. So you're going to get these out, and I want to acknowledge, will you 10 please come? Akarit, and from Varsity Strings, Luna, Miranda, Mejia, Miranda, come. And then you can, whether they want it on their neck or whether they want it in their hand, you go for it. And Caitlin Hill from Varsity Strings played. Brittany Chavez Brea played from WHS Orchestra. Alondra Leon Flores played. Penelope Ramirez Rodriguez played viola. Isabella Kwame from Varsity Strings played viola. Za Ang played viola from Varsity Strings. Christina Morales played cello from WHS Orchestra, and Emily Dahlquist played string bass. So watching these middle and high school students work that day, they had an amazing workout. They had a full rehearsal, they went into sectionals. We had the opportunity to hear their guest soloists. There was a violinist there from Vienna, not Vienna, Austria, someplace. But and then the So the students had a great experience despite the level and challenge that it was in a very short time. So those 10, will you stand one time just right at your places now? They deserve that. No, that's right. Seniors, I have a folder to share with you for your music endeavors for the future. And so if I can address the seniors, I was thinking, how do I want to say this to you? Your journey that you started doesn't end now when you graduate. You carry your music with you the rest of your life, and whether it's you attending concerts, whether it's you continuing on your stringed instrument, you'll find a community group or a church to play at. I just wish you well. Maybe as college you're going to play at. Not that you have to major in music, but for all the work that you've done, keep music alive in your life and enjoy it. You've done so well, and it's just a part of your heart and soul and everything. And so I'm so proud of what you've accomplished. So will you, as we call your name up, come forward to receive your folder, to just acknowledge you and all your hard work you've done throughout your Worthington High School years. Valerie Augustin Pablo, and then stay up here after you get your folder. Kiara Apple, and just spread out across the front. Quinn Benz, Jenna Dykstra, Morgan Bouch, Mark Gertzman, Freddie Gonzalez, Lance Gordon, Sonia Tu, Aubrey LeBaron, Hamilton Matsariegos, Abigail Meester, Arturo Orozco, Brianna Ramirez, Caden Van Briesen, and Annika Weedy. Wow, an amazing class of seniors that will certainly be missed. We wish you, your peers, and myself and the music staff just all the best as you head off to college with so many great plans that you all have. And whether you're here or far away, all the best to you. God bless you, and I love you much, and thank you for all the beautiful music we could share together. Congratulations, seniors. Continuing with awards times, now we have some individuals to honor. The Director's Award was started here at Worthington High School for Orchestra when Mrs. Loy, that's me, had her first senior class that I started, as far as fourth graders. I thought that would be fun to do. And so the Director's Award for Orchestra, if you want to kind of look in your program, it says, tonight marks the 10th year that the Director's Award for Orchestra will honor a senior at Worthington High School who has served as a role model and demonstrated faithful leadership within the orchestra. And so this person, a wonderful violinist that has such a passion to play and has much support from her peers as far as saying what a great violinist and a leader in the section that she is. And so tonight I want to congratulate Aubrey LeBaron for the Director's Award for Orchestra. So after, when I came in 2006, Mrs. Habit had quite a tenure here. She was 38 years serving Worthington School District for the string program. And so I wanted to honor her and her service and years of music instruction and teaching. And so in 2007, we started a Beth Habit Orchestra Award. And in your program, it says, since March 2007, Beth Habit Orchestra Award has annually recognized a WHS senior who has demonstrated outstanding musicianship, leadership, scholarship, and spirit throughout his or her career with the orchestra program. This student is first in her class. This student is a violist. This student is one of the most hardworking violists I've had and musicians. And so I want to congratulate Morgan Fouch for Melanie, that's me. It took me a while to know what BOGO meant. BOGO, that's a great sale or something. Oh, buy one, get one. Oh, the ding dong, the light went on one day a couple years ago. It took me a while. BOGO, the BOGO sale. Now I say this, and this isn't meant to slight my next student. This is meant to say, things come in pairs. And so with this honor to Morgan, her buddy right alongside her, Annika Weedy, these two, since freshman year, practiced together. They signed up for things together, whether it was playing in special events together or playing then in the pit orchestras in the musical. And so to me, when I had one strong violist, they came in pairs. And Annika Weedy and Morgan have been such a great team. So tonight we honor Annika Weedy with the second Beth Habit Orchestra Award. Finally, in your program, if you're following, there it says the 2024 National School Orchestra Award. This is awarded annually here in our spring concert, and this recognizes an outstanding senior orchestra students for their excellence in playing and their valuable contributions to the string ensemble. Again, with a high academic standing and just a passion for music. He's a trombonist in the band. He's an amazing cellist for the orchestra that has led sectional so strong. Again, my seniors are all powerhouse players and leaders in the other ensembles. But I want to congratulate Arturo Orozco for his amazing work he's done. My music colleagues, I thank you, Ms. Johnson, Mr. Thompson. It's a privilege to teach for you and keep these kids going here at Worthington High School. And music staff that I have listed in the program, both at the middle school and at the intermediate school and at Prairie Elementary. Thank you so much for a privilege to be part of the team of teachers that serve these kids here in Worthington. And I want to have you look at the back of the program. The back of the program just has some upcoming dates. And Tuesday, next week, this is for the orchestra students to know. We're going to have the opportunity with middle and high school music students to go over to the auditorium, third block. Contus is the professional vocal group that's coming to play with Wasso, but we're going to have the chance to hear them just do a special concert for you. So plan Tuesday, third block, we're going to walk over to the auditorium. Friday, next week, if you see in your program, academic awards ceremony, come back next Friday at 1:50 in the afternoon, parents, so that you can see students honored at the academics award ceremony. Baccalaureate's on the schedule, and then graduation. And there's a group of people here that have appeared plug for Worthington Area Symphony. I have the pleasure of playing with many music directors in the area, but come out to our concert next Tuesday night if you can to hear Contus and the Worthington Area Symphony. Seniors, you're my joy and pride.
We're going to steal the mic from you. Hi everyone, I'm Monica, I'm Gemma, I'm Morgan, and we just wanted to start off by appreciating all of the hard work Ms. Loy has done to help us. She really is a trooper. Coming into freshman year, none of us were sure how it was going to work because, as we all know, COVID hit, school was suddenly closed, and we were sent home. From COVID freshman year with Zoom lessons to us now at our final concert, Ms. Loy has been with us through it all. She has pushed us to be the best musicians we can be and has really been a person you can look up to. In my professional opinion, Mrs. Loy is one of the best teachers. She is patient when we are stubborn and has never given up on us, even when things don't go as planned.
Speaking of things not going as planned, 8th grade year, my dad went over my cello. It was a complete accident, but it flew out of our pickup and was crushed by the trailer we were pulling. I've never admitted this, but technically it was my fault. Sorry, Dad. I blamed it on you. Anyway, it had taken almost an entire summer before I finally got a new one. I was really concerned I wouldn't be behind since I took the whole summer off, and I wasn't really looking forward to meeting Mrs. Loy the first time. Much to my amazement, when I walked into the orchestra room, Mrs. Loy was just so excited and supportive. To be honest, she might have been more excited to show me my new cello than I was to be getting one. It was during that first lesson, where she pushed me to be better, that I decided this is what I wanted to do. In the last 4 years, Mrs. Loy has been the best teacher any of us could have asked for.
Mrs. Loy is always so helpful, supportive, and caring towards her students. She especially shows a lot of patience when some of us decide to be gossiping in the middle of class, aka Jenna and Lance. I know I speak for all of us when I say we are beyond grateful for you and the support you've given us. We wanted to show our appreciation by getting you a few